Now, first of all, thank you very much for reaching out, for asking your questions to take the step. Many people stay stuck in that stage already. They want to do something, they're interested about something, but they don't
Yeah,
dare to take the step to reach out to people who may be able to give them the guidance that they need to take the first step. So Mike contact me asking, I would like to start a life of more freedom, a life of financial freedom, uh, also physical freedom. But I'm skeptical about it. I see people doing it, so I cannot believe that it is possible, but I somehow don't see it for myself yet. Is that more or less what you meant with your question?
yeah. When I started to see all these videos about reaching financial freedom and starting your own online business, it felt like it could be possible, but I always said to myself, well, maybe it's not really for me, and it didn't feel. I was skeptical about the courses that were on online because they all talk about achieving it quickly. I mean, you can get right. It just didn't resonate with me. Uh, Although I started watching the videos that you sent from your mentor, and actually when I watched them, it made something loose in myself because I have a big passion, and now I can see that I can cultivate that passion in this business model to really to make it work. So actually the skepticism has left because this is different. It's really different. Every video resonated with me. It's not a quick rich scam. It's a real learned based community. I see. It's different right now. So.
Great. Yeah, that I asked you because we made this appointment, I think a week ago almost. And I said, great, let's have a talk. I'd love to talk to you. But first, watch the 3 or 4 workshops that we have as a standard information set before we have this question. So we can talk on this conversation about the questions or that you will still have after watching the videos. So that's great. But before we dip a bit more into it, can you give us really quickly a bit more information about you, a bit of your background, where you are at in your life, and what made you now take the step to do something about it?
Yeah, sure, Patrick. Well, like 10 years ago, I started working as a security guard. I just took the job because I didn't know what to do. I couldn't really find a job that I'd like, so I had a sport that was my passion, and I just choose to be a security guard. I thought it's an easy job. And after like 8 years, I moved different places. And when I moved, I started thinking like, am I going to be in this job all my life, spending all my time and freedom until I go with a pension, and that made me question life, and made me make a lot of changes. So I I quit my job. So I just quit my job. I just bought a house to take action. If I wouldn't, I would just stay in my job. So it was a great fear of mine. But I quit my job, and I started working as a personal trainer and also in security. But then, like how do you say, I have an own sort of company, like self-employed. But so I did that for like 1 year, but still I didn't really have the satisfaction because I was really looking for freedom, and I was looking for fulfillment. So I wanted to do something, not just give my time for money, but I wanted something that with which I can contribute. I could serve or help other people, because that's why I became a personal trainer. And I really wanted something also that gave me freedom, because I work a lot of hours right now, and I'm a good planner, but I don't see my girlfriend a lot. I don't get to do the things I want all the time. I really have to. Most of my time goes into working, and the just it isn't the life I want to live. I see no fun in that. I see no fulfillment in that, and I have this passion and dream, and just to become financial free. And for the first time in my life, I actually see it's possible because this is a real legit business model. And it's learnable. I mean, if you spend like your time and energy in this, you can really learn a new skill. I can see that now, and that makes me even more passionate about this.
Wow. No, really great share. First of all, thanks for opening up and trusting us with your story, with your points of view. Also, I'm really glad that you are already now are so enthusiastic about it, that you see this as a real opportunity. While maybe a week ago you were still very skeptical and not trusting this. And we haven't talked yet. It's only this information that you could find. Did you also research online about the SFM?
Yeah, I did. Most of it was feeling based. I think I always knew my passion, but watching the videos, it really showed. It got me thinking. It just got me thinking and believing in myself, and uh, because of that, uh, I found my passion. I know what makes me enthusiastic, and I know um, uh, yeah, it's a lot of research, but I watched a lot of courses online. I watched, well, I did my research. Watched a lot of reviews about courses, and well, most things I could find were just quick wish schemes. Maybe it would be good courses, but I bought a course once before, and it was just like um, a video course, and it gave me some information, but not really the support and the tools. Uh, well, go on with it.
Yeah. Now you're touching in a lot of very important points that I would like to go a bit deeper in. But before that, where do you see yourself in 2 years? Because probably you heard this before. We really overestimate what we can achieve in 1 year, but we really underestimate what we can achieve in 2 or 3 years. So I ask you, where do you see yourself in 2 years?
Well, in 2 years, I can see myself working a lot less, and I can really see myself having something sustainable online that is maybe starting up, or maybe uh, almost ready to replace my daytime job. But yeah, I see that happening now.
Great, great. Now I have this question. What do you think you need to get there from where you are right now? What is exactly what you need to be in the situation where you are at the point that you can replace your income with an online business that you build up yourself?
What I need is to focus myself on this goal, to learn a new skill, and to work on it every day, and to be consistent and just follow up and continue to be consistent day by day. And I think even if it's baby steps, if you keep consistent with something and you know your passion, you know your goal, it's you cannot you will not be able to not reach it. You have to reach it. Yeah.
I love your answer. I mean, it's perfect. I have nothing to say about it. Nothing to add, actually. Besides, then is my question: Why why do you need the SFM? What do you need the SFM for? Why don't you just do it?
Yeah, exactly. Because I can tell you, a year ago, I already wanted to do this. I think because there were multiple times in the last year that I tried to start up a website, or tried to I bought some books, or did some research, but I didn't follow up because I didn't believe in it. And seeing everyone at SFM succeeding, that shows me that that's possible. And I think if you enter this community and you see everybody doing the work, then your own ego will not have much power, because every time hear this little voice that says, well, maybe it's better to just stick to your job, that's safe. And maybe because you can see everyone out there is doing it, so if you put in the work, you can do it too. Yeah.
Great, 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 great. Seriously, I cannot add anything. It is that, you know, and although many people really are not looking for a community when they're thinking about starting their own online business, my experience, and I can tell you the experience of all the SFM members, after some time, for sure, they will say that the community is the most important part of this training system. Because as you see, it becomes real. You see people doing it. You see people one step ahead of you. You see people 2 or 3 steps ahead of you. You see people succeeding in so many different ways that when you are not in this market, in this world, in this digital world, you don't see the possibilities that they are actually available. So once you step into it, you see what people are doing and how they're doing it, and then you start maybe getting ideas from different people, and then feeling that it's real, that it's not so far-fetched. You know, it's something you can do. It's something that people older than you, younger than you, stronger than you, weaker than you, everybody's doing it. So why don't you do it? But you also see people struggling. And you know that it's real because people struggle. It's not only up, and never down. There are ups and downs, and you see yourself being able to help them. Even if you just started, you can help somebody who is in the maybe in the business further away, but in some other aspects of their life, not strong enough, or haven't grown as much as what you have grown in your experience. So you can give them a hand, you know, give them a perspective, give them some tips, give them some advice to help them forward. So it's not only that you can learn and be inspired, but you also teach and inspire other people, which gives you the boost, the energy to go on, and to when you feel down, when you need help, you feel free to ask it, because it's giving and taking and giving, you know. It's a very healthy relationship, and you are surrounded by people who are very positive, very positive thinking, but also encouraging everyone. And when you do it by yourself, your head can take control over your actions in such a way that you procrastinate or just stop doing your projects, because you don't have the support from outside. And what you say, your fears, you know, oh, I should stay in my safe job, I have a good job, so many people don't have what I have, why should I want more? These kind of things that really keep you safe in your known space, and don't allow you to really reach all you can do. So the value of the community is huge, and the more you are part of it, the more you realize what the value of it is. So I'm really glad that you already know this, and although probably at the beginning you were not looking for a community to be part of, you already see what can help, and maybe it's the factor that is going to make sure that you succeed.
Yeah, for sure. Actually, I see myself as a lone warrior. I never took any help, and sometimes it was not comfortable for me to ask for help. I always had the idea I can do this on my own. I had to do it myself. I don't want any help. I mean, leave me alone. But now I see in every moment in my life that was tough or hard, every moment in my life that I learned, there was always somebody that reached out for me and helped me. And I'm humble now to say that I need help. I could use some help, and I'm ready to receive it, because I don't think no one can start up something just on their own. if you have a community, you have this collective energy, you have this collective thoughts and ideas, and it's much more powerful. And it's boring anyway to do things on your own and just enjoy on your own. If you contribute and you give and you take, and everybody can win. It's much more.
Yeah, you said it. You know, you have to be in a position where you are ready to receive help, and that takes growing, self-growing, strength inside of you to be in the position that you say, I don't need to know everything. I can accept help, and it also really helps a lot the moment that you can give help back. And this community is designed for that. As soon as you start giving help, you can. As soon as you receive help, you can give help to others, which makes it even more powerful. But I love it. I mean, this collective energy, what you say, inspiring people. Many people, many times, we don't have positive thinking people around us. Because people are usually very afraid. And that keeps you on your safe place, keeps you from reaching what you really can reach. And being part of a community who are all trying to be the best versions of themselves, it's just pushing you, And I'm sure you realize this also. But great, I mean, I love it that you already see all this and that you understand and that you have also your vision clear. But my advice will be on this also, start a training with an open mind, because my experience, I thought I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I thought I was going to do import and export of physical products, because that's the only thing I knew about online businesses. But once I started the training, I realized that it's a lot more possibilities and that you can make your own combinations between them. So my advice for you is, although you have a clear idea, keep it, which is good. It's more about the feelings and how far you are, but the kind of business that you do and the way that's going to take you there, be open about it. Let it unfold for you. Just take the steps one by one. Trust the training system. Trust all the training system, because especially the 5 modules at the beginning are going to be really well structured, step by step, so you know and you learn all the things you need to make the decisions to build your business after that. Because then you're going to start building your own personal business. But you need to have a set of skills, a set of knowledge that it will be the foundation for whatever you take on later. And this is a system of 5 modules that will take a step by step. So I tell you, be open-minded about it and trust the system, and do this system, do this training, because it's been tested with thousands of people, and that's why so many people are successful with this training method.
Yeah, for sure. I'm really going to do that, because I can just see it working, and I do want to enter with an open mind and just let the information come over me, and I just really want to learn a new skill, because what I have been doing lately hasn't worked. So obviously I have to do something different, and it will be new. And sometimes it even feels scary, because I don't know what I'm starting, but I can see that there's success, because it's working for a lot of people. So I would love to join and let it work for me too.
Yeah, you're touching again in such a good point. But I will tell you about this. Be careful with comparing yourself with other people. First of all, because you never know what you don't know the whole story, first of all. And they are successful not only because of the system. They are successful because of what they do, the time, the effort, and the consistency that they put it into their businesses. So it's very, personal, and just keeping that in mind will make you focus on the right things. eh? And the right things is focusing on the skills you are learning, in the steps you are taking, the action you are taking, the head game that you're going through. Because when you find some difficulties, how you go through them, how you learn from there. So true, and there are many people who are successful, but the success of other people, it doesn't say anything about your success. That's what I'm trying to say. And maybe when you are further in your journey, growing your business, it will be more clear for you. But this is something that the sooner you start thinking about it, the best. And maybe I can make a comparison in your work. You are a physical trainer, right?
Not anymore right now. Yeah,
Okay,
I just
but you have
work.
experience with that. Yes. It's like people coming into a gym. They buy a membership for the gym and just expect to get fitter. It doesn't work. I mean, the machines work. The knowledge of the trainers there are good. They can give you everything you need, but if you don't do the work yourself, nothing will happen. And that's the same here. All the system works, the information works, the mentorship works, the support of the community works, but it's not a warranty for anything. I know you understand this, but I just wanted to tell again, to make sure for other people who may be watching this later, that you very kindly allowed me to share this to help other people already with your insights and your points of view. So I'm really glad that you're open to share this. It really, it takes also a lot of strength from your side to be burnable and open to share your in this conversation. So thank you again for this. Not only from my part, but from all the people who are gonna learn something from this. All right. So do you have any other questions, concrete, right now that you would like to ask me?
Actually, I'm just really looking into to see what the modules will bring me. I'm sure I'm gonna have a lot of questions coming up while starting it, because of course I don't really have the blueprint about how it's gonna look, but that's why I'm a little bit open-minded in it. I just want to start the modules and start learning and start taking action and working, being consistent on it. So I don't really have a question. I just came in this conversation openly and just yeah.
Perfect. Just know that I'm there to support you. The steps that you take from now is becoming submit your application. Once you submit your application, you have access to the first module, the first training module, but also the possibility to contact with your SFM member and a coach. No, it's not a coach, it's your SFM contact person. So as soon as you become, you submit your application, please make an appointment with him to arrange how you're gonna be taking your next steps, so he can give you the information about it. But also there's a questionnaire with, I don't know, 10 questions about you, about your situation right now, and where you want to come in the coming years. And it is very important that you fill in that questionnaire, because it will help your coaches to give you the support that you need, and the right support on the right moment. All right, so that's its first step. You can decide to become a member directly, and then you have access to all the training and all the modules directly. Also the support from all the coaches and the support of the community already. So that is once you become a full member. All right, I wanted to make clear that. I don't know if you already found this information.
No, not yet, because I did see there were two ways to start. There's a course, not the full membership, but just a peak course, sort of, and the full membership. And actually, it just I'm really excited, and I think I'm just I was really skeptical, Patrick. I would never ever just start a course, but the first time in my life, I don't even have to think. My whole body says this is it. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna start the full course.
Well, uh, I'm very glad for you. I'm very glad for you, and I can tell you how amazing this is, and how much it's meant for my life, and all the changes that I've been through, all the skills I've learned, all the things I've changed in my life, and but it doesn't matter anymore because you feel it. You feel it in your body. You feel it in your heart that this is the right step, and that's exactly what I felt when I started. I didn't think about it because it felt good. I thought this is the opportunity that I was looking for. And it doesn't matter what I tell you right now. You will see once you're inside, you will find what you need. You will find what you need on this moment to go forward, and that's going to be very personal for you. Yeah, I could tell you all my experiences and all my things, but I don't think you need that because you are already convinced that you will have what you need from this. But of course, once you are going through it, I'm going to be there for you whenever you want. We can have a conversation about my experience, about my journey. But as I said, you know, my journey won't maybe inspiring for you, but it does not really have any influence on your own thing, on your own steps, on your own learning. So the only thing you need there is to be committed, make the decision, and go for it. And that's you. You are the most important piece of the puzzle.
Yeah, man, and I also want to thank you because it's a really strange thing. I was looking into courses, and all of a sudden I got targeted by you, and I was really skeptical. I saw all these videos of guys driving Lamborghinis and partying, and I thought, yeah, it looks cool, but then I saw your video, and you just felt really. I could feel the passion in you. I could really feel it's. You were just open, really opened up, and you really resonated with me. So I just clicked. It wasn't even a thing. I just knew like this is it. This is what I have to do. And then also I was still skeptical. I thought, like, yeah, well, watching now the videos of Stuart, but still watching Stuart, just watching him talk about it. He has such a passion for what he's doing, and it's such. I know an honest man when I see him, and that's when I saw you and Stuart. I knew right away that this is something legit, and that's why it feels good to do this. And I want to thank you for it because you're the it's here's where it starts.
Thank you very much for this kind words and for your feedback. You know, and I'm really glad this is part of the reason why I'm doing this. You know, I love contacting with people who are committed and decided to start doing about the improving the quality of life, and that's my mission: get as many people as possible this opportunity. That is so great when you are committed and you are decided to do something about your life, putting the time and the effort to make something happen, a change in your life. And I feel so grateful that you received my message and that you are inspired enough to take the next step, you know. And then it's you'll take the next step, and that's only gonna be a sequence of small steps until you will achieve what you want. So my mission with you in this case is completed. I feel really great, really happy. And I'm really excited to be part of your development further. So I'm really excited about it. You're gonna get goosebumps out of this conversation. I love it. I love my job.
yeah, you better do.
All right. Now, again, thank you very much for sharing all this. Thank you very much for being so open and honest. I'm so glad to have you with us and being part of your journey. If you have any other thing you will say before we close this this share, this is the moment.
I would just like to say to everybody that pass on, just take action, and your happiness is in your own hands.
Perfect. Very wise word. Thank you very much.